Hello and welcome back to the Eddian project. Now I know we haven't been around for a few Wednesdays, but as you probably noticed, we have been doing, what are they called, Ed?
Well, we've been kicking off a new reaction
Videos, yeah. Now they're going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, so if you're interested in reaction videos, right, and you don't want to be bored with, you know, us reviewing some shit or talking about some other musical what's-its, then you can now got a choice.
Well, you have a choice, but hopefully you will watch everything we do.
Hopefully, yeah.
But you have got a choice. If you're not musically inclined or you're not interested in all that side of it, yeah, they can go Tuesdays and Thursdays and watch the reactions that we react to other artists.
Absolutely,
that get suggested to us.
Yeah. Anyway, today we're talking about AI. Are there any limitations? Stay with us. Okay then, so what we're going to do today is have a look at a program that I found, and it's called Replay. I think it's probably called, maybe called Replay AI. So if you go into Google and type Replay AI, then it'll bring it up for you. So I can show you where it is on the screen here. So
on your Googlish?
On the Google what's-its.
Yeah.
And I keep losing the mouse, and it's not very good. There you go. So there you go. You press download Replay, obviously. Now it does come up with a warning, which is here. Replay 4.1.3 installer isn't commonly downloaded. Make sure you trust it before downloading. Now we've downloaded it. It's been no problem, but at the end of the day,
well, it's up to your choice.
It's up to you. Yeah. Okay, so you download that. Now it does take a while to install because it downloads this and that from other sources.
Yeah.
So you will also need to go to weights.gg, create an account there, totally free. And when you've got your account, you can come up here and then you can search for whatever model that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So
that's it, because you need a model of the voice.
Of the voice,
that you want to bring into Replay. So this is a search, and you know, obviously, I don't know what's all there. You know, everything's there, but there'll be loads of stuff there. You know?
Right,
but you can have, say, Rod Stewart, Beyonce, Pavarotti, you know, Enrico Iglesias, you know.
And there's usually a few to choose from. So if I go Karen, see what the results are. There's more than one.
Yeah.
So I've chosen this one for this example because I'm very familiar with Karen's voice. So I've chosen this one, and this was up when we were recording it. This was 2 weeks ago, so it's quite a fairly fresh one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you download that and you unpack it. It comes down as a zip file. Now, when you open the zip file, you'll find that it's got a Mac operating system. So if you've got a Mac, if you're a Mac user, you dive into there and bring that onto your desktop and whatever. Yeah. Okay, so, but for us Windows users, what we'll need out of that zip package is a file called model.pth. How's that sound, Ed?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so here's the Replay, and this is what it looks like. This is what you'll be presented with.
This is the installed Replay. Yeah.
This is the installed Replay, yeah. Now then, so the first thing you have to do is drag along your model, your selected, drag your model and then bring it over here. You can drag and drop, or you can select either way.
This is desktop again.
And it says desktop. So sometimes when you drag it in here, when I did it earlier, it did come up with Karen's name. Why it's doing this at the moment, I don't know. So hopefully it'll work out right anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab Miley Cyrus and we're going to drop our audio into the audio selected.
Oh yeah, so what, we've got flowers now?
So now we've got flowers. So what this is going to try and do is it's going to try and put Karen Carpenter's AI voice model onto Miley Cyrus's Flowers.
Yeah.
So now we go, scroll down, let's open this up, Ed. And now we go create song.
Yeah. And it starts to extrapolate it. It's marvellous.
It is marvellous. So what it's doing now then, it's creating stems of the backing. So that'll be one file, a stereo file.
Yeah.
And it's creating, I think it's a mono file of Karen's voice.
Right.
So now we go across to the left.
Yeah.
And what we can do now, Ed, is
Oh, you can see them now.
you can either listen to the original song,
Right.
you can hear the converted vocals from Miley Cyrus to Karen Carpenter, or hear the original vocals.
Which would be Miley.
Right. So let's
Solo.
refresh ourselves first, and let's listen to Miley first.
Okay.
Now you can see this little progress bar, the intro's playing, and there we go.
We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right.
Now, I have to say, before I comment on anything, the quality of extraction there is excellent.
Very good.
It is very
I mean,
good.
there doesn't seem to be any artifacts.
No artifacts, no.
Or anything, yeah.
Anyway, and now this is the converted vocals, which is Miley into Karen. And again, you'll have to wait for the intro to finish.
Yeah.
We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't, built a home and watched it burn.
Now, thoughts then?
Well, what I hear is, I mean, you can still tell it's Miley, but what it's done is Miley's own voice, soloed there, had a mid-range,
Oh God,
I wouldn't say harshness, but it had a mid-range front in it,
and some hair on the top.
and some hair on the top.
Yeah.
Whereas when you brought in the Karen's AI over it, it seemed to smooth it out. You know,
Yeah.
as if, almost like an EQ if you like, but it smoothed that hair and that mid-range front out and made it like Karen Carpenter was noted for a smooth vocal. And that's what it's done, it's kind of smooth Miley's out.
Absolutely, Ed, yeah. What we're going to do now, to test the quality of our Karen Carpenter AI model, is take an original the Carpenter's Carpenter's track, and we're going to put it, Ed, into this. Replace Karen with Karen. Now, the ultimate test.
Yeah.
So we're going to press remix again.
And we need to
right?
take these other things
And we're
out,
going to
don't we?
take this out here, and we're going to put Only Yesterday in its place.
Oh, you've chose Only Yesterday.
Yeah.
That's marvellous.
It is marvellous, yeah.
Marvellous, yeah.
Right, so there we go. So we've got Only Yesterday.
Yeah.
This should say Karen here, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. But we know it was because it's the same from the
When we rehearsed this, that's what it came up with.
Yeah.
So now we're going to create song, and again it's doing the same thing.
Yeah, extrapolation of tracks and
Separating Karen and from the backing and all this wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
And what we'll do, we'll listen to Karen first.
And then do the AI.
Yeah. And then we'll listen to Karen's.
Because of course what I've
AI.
noticed as well, and it'll be more obvious when we do this, when you listen to Karen first, on her voice, you'll hear the processing that was done in the studio with any reverb or whatever. But of course, when you hear the AI, it will be dry. And naked.
Yeah.
And it'll give you a good representation of whether it's accurate.
Here's the original Karen vocals first.
Yeah. Well, do you want it? Oh, yeah.
After long enough of being alone, everyone must face their share of loneliness.
I'm going to have to say, just as a sideline here, hasn't he done a beautiful job of extracting
it extracts
that?
everything, and there's no artifacts whatsoever.
None.
It's like listening to the recorded.
It's like
vocal.
you've got the studio What's-It, and you said, come on, let's just hear a Karen on her own. That is fantastic.
It's brilliant. And what, as I did say, which I did imagine would happen, is that the original, you could hear the reverb was used.
You can.
But now when we do this converted thing, you should hear Karen's
completely
naked voice.
That's it. And let's see how close
It gets.
to Karen,
Yeah.
with Karen behind
Karen.
the AI model. Are you ready, Ed? There we go. Bated breath. I pressed it. There we go, Ed.
After long enough of being alone, everyone must face their share of loneliness. In my own time, nobody knew.
Wow.
That's eerie. Do you know what that's like, actually?
Tell me, Ed.
When we listened to the track that was extrapolated, it was like listening, we've got the actual track here.
The actual
and we're listening.
master, yeah.
That converted one was as if we went, well, do you know what? We're just going to switch to the reverb and the processing of it.
That's it.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
We're listening to the unadulterated, naked recording, her voice coming in. And that's what it's uncanny. It really is uncanny.
Absolutely.
And let's be honest, we've got to be honest as well. This technology is still in its infancy.
It is. It is. I've tried people that sound like Karen. There's one of my favourite female vocalists, and in fact, we'll show you. Okay, guys. So what I've got here, I don't know if you've heard of it, but this is a female vocalist. I'm not sure where she's from, and excuse us for not doing any research here. But this is off the top of my head just at the moment as we're doing this.
Yeah.
Now, this is a female vocalist, and she calls herself Harriet, and she's in her mid-20s, and she's made some sort of, noise around, the internet and that, and she's, especially amongst Carpenters fans, she is actually quite popular. Yeah. I'm just going to play you a couple of seconds of it, right? And then what we'll do, we'll pop her
voice
into the AI, take her voice off, and see what Karen's
does to
it. All right. So here's a sample first.
The first good night, how you held me tight, when dreams were all we had to keep us warm.
Now, I think you'll agree. Very much, very, very similar.
It's very reminiscent of it,
it is,
without being a carbon copy clone. You can tell it's got that vibe in it.
So what we're going to do now, Ed, is we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to take out Only Yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're going to put Afterglow in its place.
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is taking Harriet off and putting Karen's AI in its place.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Ed?
Yeah.
So we press create song, and we'll just wait a few minutes, and it'll come up.
And it'll pull everything.
Personally,
it's marvellous.
My prediction is I don't think it'll convince me.
Well, this is the thing that you explained to me. What you've got to remember is it can only be 100% accurate if you sing exactly like her, which is the tone of the voice, how she phrases everything, and we don't. Everybody's got their own way of singing.
That's right.
And that's where the thing, I think.
Do you know what? It's a good analogy for me, and it's a bit of a gruesome one. But say you've got Karen Carpenter's face, her flesh.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing. Please excuse me for that.
I know what you're going to say.
And then if you transplanted it onto somebody with a completely different bone structure
and everything,
and different eye sockets, and that,
it would look like
it's not going to look like her anymore.
No, of course it wouldn't.
And I think that's a good analogy.
Yeah, it's the same thing with it. You've got to sing and be her, really.
You have.
That's it.
You have. And again, I don't like the word soul, but I just can't think of any other word, and that's what soul's used for, isn't it?
Yeah.
And without being the woman, I don't think you can do it.
No.
Myself, but if you've got any different ideas with AI,
give us
please do the comments.
Yeah.
But this is our experiment that we're bringing you. Replay, I think it does a damn good job of doing what it does.
Yeah.
And if you can't tell the difference between Karen Carpenter AI and Karen Carpenter real, then to me it's done a perfect job.
There is no difference there.
No.
If you can't tell that,
That's
there is
right.
no difference.
So that's I'll speed this up for you. Okay, so it's finished now, Ed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to listen to Afterglow, and then and then this is the original vocal played first. This is Harriet on her own, extracted from her own backing.
Yeah.
The first good night, how you held me tight, when dreams were all we had to keep us warm. I never thought.
When you again, I can only be stunned at how well that does that.
It does.
It's worth having this programme just to do that with.
And there is no artifacts whatsoever, and there's no warbling. You know, it's very clean. It's
Very clean.
The only thing is to say it has the processing that was in the studio, so you can hear the reverb there. But obviously, let's have a listen with Karen.
Let's have a listen.
And it'll be naked.
Yeah, it will. So here is Harriet coated with AI Karen Carpenter.
Yeah.
The first good night, how you held me tight, when dreams were all we had to keep us warm. I never thought that we'd get caught up in a storm, and now it feels that you don't need to love me anymore.
It's weird, isn't it?
I mean, it's very close.
It's very close.
I wouldn't say it's 100. I wouldn't say it's bang on 100%, Karen.
It's a funny thing though.
But the thing is, it's hard
Do
to
you know
judge
what-
because you've never heard Karen singing that.
And you know, I think that's one of the biggest things.
That's the problem. You have to get your mind round. We've never heard her singing this, so we're hearing this as if she's still alive and she's sung this. Maybe that's how she would sound.
Maybe.
I don't know. But it's quite uncanny.
It is. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let us know, guys.
Before we go, let's give them a little demonstration of what the instrumental sounds like, because we've been playing just the isolated vocal.
of course.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now the vocal's in there now. You know,
Even extrapolated backing track, if you
Yeah.
like, is
Perfect.
impeccable. You know, again, it's like having the track on your desk.
that's right. That's right.
I know you've done this muted vocal.
Muted the vocal out, yeah.
It's very impressive. Very impressive.
Guys, what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. What do you think of AI? Are you frightened by it? Are you scared of it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a load of crap?
It might blow your computer up, you see.
Yeah, you never know. Do you really think that it can replace people that are not with us anymore? I don't know. It's an interesting subject. So please engage with us, because we love to engage, don't we?
We do, and we like some nice comments and nice favourable because, you know.
Anyway, guys, see you next week. If you're interested in reaction videos, we now do Eddian Reacts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. See you guys.
Hello.